President Obama traveling to Panama for the Summit of the Americas, where he is expected to have a historic face-to-face meeting with Cuban President Raul Castro. This comes amid reports that the United States is going to remove Cuba from the list of state sponsors of terrorism. That's a very controversial move, of course. Kevin Court joins us now. He's traveling with the president live in Panama City, Panama. So, Kevin, what's behind this push to remove Cuba from the terror list?
That's a great question, Martha. Keep this in mind. The Obama doctrine, so-called Obama doctrine, you know, this idea of engaging former adversaries and turning perhaps pariahs into partners is something they take very seriously at the White House. So the trips to Jamaica and then here to Panama, not so much about state-to-state protocol and economic development. This really is, on many levels, all about Cuba. And can they be removed from the list of state sponsors of terror? Well, the press secretary, Josh Earnest, very honest about this notion that the White House can't just broadly make this happen. It's the State Department that does it, and that's a process and a review that is ongoing.
I'm not going to make any news in terms of the status of that ongoing review by the administration, but the president believes this is that reviewing their inclusion on the list is a natural part of taking the kinds of steps that the president believes is in the best interest of the United States as we seek to reestablish diplomatic ties with Cuba.
And so, obviously, the White House is hoping very much that this process can wind up, and we may even find out perhaps as soon as the president's visit here, if that, in fact, has taken place, Martha.
Yeah, well, that's going to get a lot of attention and some pushback, likely, from Capitol Hill, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Pushback, you could call it. You could say it's more of a grab the lapels and shove back, at least in the minds of some people on Capitol Hill. Take a look at what Bob Menendez, New Jersey senator, is saying about this notion of perhaps removing Cuba from the list of state sponsors of terror. He says, quote, a recommendation to remove Cuba from the list of state sponsors of terrorism would represent another significant misstep in a misguided policy. And it is both discouraging and alarming to read about unwarranted pressure from the White House to rush the State Department's review process. So needless to say, there are a lot of people who are incredibly emotional about this issue. You've heard Marco Rubio, soon to be a presidential candidate, talk about this. Ileana Ros-Lehtinen on the House side. So clearly this will get a lot of attention as the president, again, tries to push forward this notion of the Obama doctrine.
Yeah,
Martha,
well,
back
Senator
to you.
Menendez has not been shy about his disagreements with the administration on a number of policy issues. Thank you very much, Kevin. Enjoy Panama. Looks lovely.
Yeah. We got to be on that road trip.